Welcome to Iron Dinos. Today we're talking about Kingdom 2 Crowns.
Are we? I thought he was playing Deadlands.
Oh, don't start
I've
that.
downloaded and played Deadlands, is that?
No, different image. Ignore that. We're playing Kingdom 2 Crowns. It's currently free with November's Games with Gold. I've played a few hours of this. You've played about 10, 15 minutes of it, I believe.
Be the first level.
Beat the first level, yeah. Got on a boat.
Got a boat.
I think that's the main thing you can do. I have strived to get on a boat in the second level. I will tell you about that in a minute. So, what do we know about this game? You are a ruler of a kingdom, and you start on an island, and it's 2D pixelated landscape, and you can run from left to right, and you throw money at stuff, and you basically have to build up a kingdom and defences, and things come at you at night, and you've got to defend yourself and move around. I believe there's a few islands that you can go through. I've only seen the first two, and you crash your boat when you get to the second island. That was annoying. So I have managed to build a lighthouse on the second island, which I believe helps with crashing boats in future. But I still have not escaped the second island because I believe I've fallen into a trap.
It's only going to help if you're going back to the second island, though.
I think it's quite important.
You can't have built a lighthouse on the third island that you're presumably going to next, and then just crash into that, and the whole thing will start again. It'd be very embarrassing. I am
on the understanding this game is a game that some of the pleasure is learning as you go and finding out all the little things you can do. Because on the face of it, it's very, very simple. Go left, go right. Pay for stuff, earn stuff. It's very simple. But I have learnt that I think you need to learn strategy. That is the problem for me. It's not really. Actually, let's cut to the chase. I really enjoyed this.
Oh.
I find it enchanting. I also find it incredibly annoying at some points. But most of the time, it is very relaxing. It is a massive time sink because I put it on literally just to see what the game was. About an hour and a half had passed. At that point, I thought I should probably record some footage of this as I'm playing it all this time. And then did like another 2 hours. And then, I decided, right, I'm finishing now. And I'm still playing another half hour after that. So it's one of those... just a bit more. It's that sort of game where it drags you in for another 5 minutes all the time, and I don't know why. It's a bit like a drug, I think.
My word.
I don't know if I was having fun, is what I'm trying to say, but I wanted to keep going. It's slightly addictive. It reminds me of like a mobile game that's trying to keep you hooked on, or like an old arcade game, I suppose. You just keep putting your coins in. On the face of it, very, very simple. But I think there's quite a lot of depth there into what things can do, and just little things like it doesn't explain anything really to start with, and you sort of learn. There's a day and night cycle, and the monsters come out at night, and then I better defend myself. And then as the game goes on, they get more and more powerful, and you have to build your defences to match that, as well as trying to escape the island by building a boat. And the order you do things in makes a difference, and you've got to do I put my money into, weapons or archers or scythes to make the grass grow, and that encourages rabbits and deer and stuff. Who do I hire? It's a balancing game. And
so at what point does having a choice of who to hire come in? How is that managed?
It's not really who you hire. I think you hire the same people all the time. It's what you've got various stalls open, so you've got so within your town you get the bow stall and the axe stall and the scythe stall and the spear stall, and you can pay them to sort of fill them up with four, like you do one at a time, however many tools you want to put on there, and I suppose whatever they're near they'll grab.
Yes.
That's where I think I went wrong. What I did is I went in and I built everything I could as fast as I could, threw everything up, every weapon, so you start building like forts and walls, and they gradually, as you get on to the next island, they can become stone walls and that sort of thing. I've got like a stone castle now. So it all improves, but I think by doing that, I've not really made a plan of how I'm going to move on, because I think I've trapped myself. Because where I am at the moment is the second island. So there's like a portal at either end of the land that the bad guys come out of. I've defeated one of those portals. I haven't done the other one yet. And there's various gems. So, as far as I can tell... Sorry, I'm jumping around the conversation here. What I like about this game is it kind of is self-explanatory, and when you go near something above its head pops up, and you know what you need to get to progress through that. even if you don't know what it is, you can recognise the image. So, I need one of those. I'll go and find one of those. I can see my only real choice at the moment is to give things gems. And I've lost my gems because I died. And my gems went before that. And those gems didn't come back. And I have upgraded everything I can on the island I am on. And I need iron. And I don't think iron is on this island. I think iron is on the third island.
Can you go back to the first island?
Well, I need a boat. And I haven't finished the boat on the second island. I have had a little sneaky look online to see what do I need to do. Can you finish the boat? And they say, yeah, you can finish the boat, but you just got to keep putting money into it. Well, the only thing that pops up when I go near the boat is an icon for a gem. And that's what's worrying me. I'm thinking, bugger, have I screwed myself over? Do I need to start again? If so, that's part of the game. You learn as you go. But I don't know if I need to restart.
You've got that second portal to destroy, and that will give you gems.
Yeah, I'll try. Well, that's what I'm going to try next. See what happens. Well, I didn't get gems from the other portal. The gems are just sort of lying around the town. And all the little notes online say, once you've lost a gem, you can't get it back. Anyway, so far, I've enjoyed my time with the game. And if I have to restart, I will do it differently. And I will get better. And I think that's the point of it.
That is how games work.
Do you know what it reminds me of? You know when we played... Hang on, I'm just going to look it up. What was that game called? I keep going to say Pirates of the Caribbean. It wasn't that. It was the...
Port Royale.
That's the one, Port Royale. And I said, I quite like the general idea of the game. It's just the presentation and all the tables and that. This is basically the same game, but much better presented, I think. Go to different places, give it money, get money back, and then build up your army. That's basically the same game.
Yeah, it's very much the same idea, only massively simplified. And
yeah, which is why I like it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, actually. I really like the presentation of this, and I really like the way it went about putting across a lot of complex mechanics in a very simple and quick way. I could very much see myself doing this while playing this while doing something else, for example.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just kind of, I'll leave them for 10 minutes to pot around and kill some more rabbits and stuff, and I'll go do something, and I'll come back and I don't know, build another chalet.
Well, the problem there is your day-night cycles. I don't know how, it seems like it's every sort of 5 to 10 minutes. So your monsters are coming all that every time at that point, and they're knocking down your walls when they get a bit stronger.
Yeah, but by that point, there's nothing you can do about it except rely on the defences you've already created, unless there's a mechanic I've yet to see.
Oh no, what I'm saying, if you're going to leave it, if you can leave the game for 10 minutes, what I meant. Yeah. That's like 3 days later. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, good. Oh, very nice, obviously presentation, but the music is great, I think, and it is just very relaxing. It just you lose hours of your day just playing it, and I have today. Good game.
Good game.
Good game. So yeah, I did die once. Well, you don't die, but they steal your crown, and if they steal your crown, it's game over. I know. Got an achievement for it though, so that's good.
Huh?
Yeah. So I was just sort of testing it, and the baddies bumped into me, stole my last remaining coin, then my gems, and then one more hit, and my crown went flying off, and then achievement. You did.
I did notice when I first saw an enemy, it did bump into me and knocked the coin off, but I ran and got the coin again and then ran away.
It's a bit like Sonic, that if you've got coins, they just take your coins. But if you haven't got any coins, then you're dead, basically. You go, boop.
So is a strategy to stand outside your defences, let one of them run into you, run back a bit and pick the coin back up, and then go forward again. So you can kind of give your lads with the bow and arrows a chance to strike a few of them down.
What I have been doing with the portal as well earlier is I was sort of throwing coins in front of the enemies so that they went for the coins, not the guys with the bows. So yes, that is, if you've got too many coins, that also comes in handy for bribing the enemy. They go, shiny thing, and then wander back home.
Does the bag only accept a certain amount of money? Because I was very quickly to filling,
it starts
or
spilling
I appeared
over.
to be, and then I just started throwing money at everything.
You do get to a point where there's loads of coins all over the landscape, and you can't get any more in your thing, and they just keep spilling over and spilling over. And I think if it gets the next day, they disappear. I think is how it works.
Oh right, so just quickly blow it on a load of shit.
Yeah, they do stay around for a little while, so you can build up some things. The big issue is that I've got to the point where I've invested all the coins I can into everything without getting something else. Like you need, I think there's a hermit to do certain things for you, and you need like different metals. Like you need so I couldn't do the stone buildings on the first island, but I can do them on the second one because I have unlocked a stone. I was going to say mine then. It's not a stone mine, is it? Like what's this called? No. Gravel pit. No, what are they called? Quarry. Like a quarry, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's not really a quarry. It's basically a stone mine. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so there's. I thought I needed wood for a long time. No, I've literally been shouting out. My neighbours probably heard me shouting out today. How do I get wood? But I could. It turns out I looked online. It's not even wood I'm wanting. It looks like wood. It's actually iron. That is what I need. All of my
very different
buildings. Well, they're orange, so that's it. Orangey brown, I would say. But yeah, I can't.
It's rusty.
I can't go any further. It appears without either killing the portal, which is left. The portal. That's the only thing I left to do, really, other than find a gem. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Unless it's randomly generating boat bits that I can't find. In which case, that's what I'm hoping. But I've ridden up and down this landscape a bajillion times, and I ain't seen no bits of boat. But I did have fun.
I thought you said you needed a gem.
Well, that's so. As I ride up and down, the only options I've got are finish the boat, but that isn't an option because the only thing near the boat is a little empty space where a gem should fit. There's no coin spaces near the boat. It's just a gem, and I have lost all my gems. I don't know. We'll get there. I'll find out.
Yeah.
To be continued. But the point is, it was an enjoyable time, and I've learnt. I think this is the sort of game you go back and you replay and you go, because yeah, that's the other thing. I think because I'm like day 38 or something now, and I think obviously the point is to get to the last island by day 5 or something stupid. I'm sure there's speed runs and stuff. I don't know this, but I'm sure there probably is. And as I say, the enemies crank up, so presumably the quicker you go, the easier the whole game is. So there'll be people out there just racing through this game, building up a cathedral and a whole kingdom on all the islands on day 1. But yeah, I surprisingly like this, and I think Adam would like this too because he loves a bit of building.
Well, I mean, it's part of his job, so he might actually really approve of the masonry once he gets into that part of it. I mean, I spend most of my time as a cruise ship, so I really enjoyed the boat crafting element of this game. That was my favourite bit. No, I'm with you. I really enjoyed this, and I found it hella relaxing. So I might just come back to it and play a bit more.
I think you should. I will too. We're right, Dinos. That was Kingdom 2 Crowns. Listen to our monthly podcast, Dino Cast, where we will give a full summary of all the games of gold for November.